What is up, guys? I am Get Flanked, and in the short time that we have had Ella available to us, she's proven herself to be one of the best operators in the game. Definitely one of the best on defense. But I still see so many players using her incorrectly, in my opinion. In this video today, I'm going to show you what I think most people are doing wrong with her, specifically her gadget. And I'm also going to show you how I like to play her, and how I like to use that gadget, and how I think you guys can get the most out of Ella. Now we're going to get started here in a custom game, and just to show you what I think most people are doing wrong with her is at the beginning of the round, people with Ella will just start out and throw all their mines out in the beginning of the round, even in the preparation phase, over doors or windows. And you might see some people throw all four of them in the objective here. You might see some people throw just like two like that, and then go down to a random window here and throw one, and maybe over this door. The reason that I don't like that, okay, is a couple things. First of all, if you're an Ella and you're putting all four in the objective here, okay, you have a good chance of really pissing off your teammates, because let's say that my teammate is sitting here and he's holding this angle like this, and this Ella mine right here goes off because somebody walks in that door. It's going to light the enemy up and also my teammate. And just to show you an example of that on this window right here, if you look on the screen right now, my buddy Ryan's helped me out in a custom game, just to show you, if somebody's watching this angle for somebody coming into this window, what it looks like when somebody jumps in and the Ella mine goes off. Both players get impacted by that concussion mine, and that can really make your teammates mad. The other reason is because if an Ella mine goes off, let's say like down here, for example, let's say you throw one on this window, I have one right there, and then as an Ella, I'm roaming, so I'm over on this side of the map. So somebody jumps in that window right now, it goes off, and the person gets stunned, sure, and maybe I know somebody ran into one of my mines, it could have been any of them, and what good did it really do? Not much. I mean, that person gets stunned. If they're pushing with a teammate, that teammate's going to cover them until they recover. That it doesn't really do me much good. If you're not there to get the kill once the person gets stunned, then you're not getting the most out of Ella's mines. And honestly, I hear people talk about Ella's mines being weak, and that they don't feel like Ella mines are very strong at all. And I think that if you feel like that, then you're not using them right. And I'm going to show you some real game clips of how I like to use Ella's mines. But just to tell you real quick here, I think you should be using Ella's mines to win gunfights and to help you roam and hold down objectives off the site. So I've got two on me right now, and that's what I'll do a lot as Ella. I might throw out one or two in the objective in popular windows or something like that, to slow down an ash rush or something that doesn't come by me as I'm roaming. But what I'm going to do with Ella more, and how I'm going to use her gadget more effectively, is I'm going to roam. And let's say that I'm roaming and I'm going to try and hold down meeting hall right here, as you see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on cameras, and I'm also going to sound whore. And let's say that I'm in here and I hear somebody break this window right here. Okay, what I might do once I hear that window break, I'm going to throw one above this door, and then I'm just going to kind of get back here out of the line of sight. I know that if that person's breaking that window, entering there, and trying to get upstairs, they're probably going to come through that doorway. I'm going to wait for it to go off. As soon as it goes off, I'm going to peek and get an easy kill. I've done that so many times with Ella, and it works extremely well. The key is that you need to save some of her mines, have it on you throughout the round. That way you can use them with information that you're getting from sound whoring and from cameras to win more gunfights. Another example is, let's say that I'm roaming and I come through here, and as I turn this corner, somebody's peeking me at that door. Somebody's in that doorway, okay? So they might fire a few shots, and maybe they hit me a couple times, but they don't kill me. Well, I could come over here like this, and then throw that out there, and then rotate back over here. And if they're still there in that doorway, it's going to concuss them. It's going to go off once it lands and sets, and then I'm going to have an easy kill. Once they get concussed, I can just rush them and get a kill. And with that said, let's go into some live game clips here, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, the first clip here is on Cafe. We're defending the upstairs objective, and I think that this clip is perfect to show how strong her mines can be and how I like to use them. So the enemy plants the A-bomb right there. I'm going to rotate to this doorway to get into A-bomb, and the enemy's picking off a couple of my teammates on the way. We're going to freeze it right there. So I know the enemy's in there. I know that they put the diffuser down on the A-bomb. And with any other operator in this situation, I've got to make a risky peek here as I go into this doorway. They could have got my teammate down there and then rotated this other doorway and be waiting on me. But with Ella, I'm got another tool that I can use, and you're going to see that I do decide to use it right now. I'm going to throw it in. I'm going to wait for it to go off. Once it does, I'm just going to walk in, check my corners. Eventually, I find Ash. I kill her. She's so stunned that all she could do is just crouch behind that little cabinet there, and it works perfect. I get the defuse, we win the round, and that's exactly what I'm talking about there, guys. But you can't make that play if you get rid of all of them in the preparation phase in the beginning. You have to keep some on you so that you can use them in situations like that. Okay, the next clip here, the diffuser once again goes down, and I start getting tracked by Jackal, and I hear him start to come through that door, so I get to cover right there. He's got me pinned. There's no way I can get over to try to defuse the bomb at this point. He's got me pinned through that doorway, but I'm going to throw out my Ella mine. I'm going to get back behind cover. It goes off. I rush out, get the kill. It's too easy. Okay, next clip is on Bartlett here, and you're going to see as I head down this hallway and turn the corner, I start getting shot at by Sledge, I believe is who it is. And normally in this situation, I'd have to rotate, go away, because he's got a corner on me there. There's no way I can push him. But with Ella, I can just throw the mine in. I get kind of lucky right there, I have to admit, but it goes off, it stuns him, and then I just come in, rush him, and get an easy kill. Okay, I'm going to go back into a custom game right now to show you another scenario where having a mine on you as Ella can win you the round. And right now you're going to see Ryan just planted the bomb as a Monty, and he's in a corner. And if you're in a 1v1 with the bomb planted against a Monty, this can be really challenging. But with Ella, you can just throw her mine down, leave the room, it goes off, it makes Monty's shield drop, and then he's much easier to kill for you. You get the kill, you get the defuse, you win the round. But again, I go back to this, you can't do that if you get rid of all these mines in the beginning of the round. You need to keep them on you for those situations. Now, this is kind of a gamble with Ella's mines, because if you die early in the round and you have 3 of her mines in your pocket, then that is kind of a waste. You could have deployed those earlier, and then they could still help your team even though you died. But I like that gamble. I think it's well worth it because, as I said before, I see so many Ella mines go off in the course of the round that have no impact. You know, an enemy runs into them, they go off, nobody's there to get the kill, and the enemy just recovers and pushes forward. It doesn't really do anything. So I'm willing to gamble with the mines this way because of how much success I've had with them using them like this, and how they can really just tilt the round, the gunfight, and everything in your favor as Ella. I also do realize that some of the examples I showed you there are extreme. For example, the sledge clip on Bartlett, he probably should have killed me there, and I was exposed as I'm throwing my mine. I didn't have my gun up, I had the mine out, and that's something you have to consider. But I think that what I'm really trying to do with this video is just give you a different perspective and open your eyes up to how these mines can be used a different way than just indicators. I think that's the mistake that a lot of people are doing, is they're just using these mines as like detection devices so that they know which way an enemy's pushing, and that's such a waste. You can get so much more out of these, and this is really just us scratching the surface, guys. I mean, I've only been using her for a couple weeks now. As we go longer and longer, we're going to find more creative ways to use her, and we're going to get better with using them and predicting what way enemies are coming from and being able to get kills with them. So I just wanted to kind of open your eyes to this different perspective and show you different ways you can use these mines and how they can be useful to help you win gunfights, you know, in the situation, not just by placing them and hoping that you're around when they go off. Okay guys, so that's it. That's how I like to use Ella's mines. If you're one of those people right now who considers her mines to be weak, I highly suggest that you try using them like this. I think you'll find that they're actually very useful. And please don't throw them all in the objective, guys. You can get so much more out of them. I challenge you guys to find creative ways to use these mines. I think, again, we're just scratching the surface on their capabilities. So guys, if you enjoy this, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.